Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm recording. I don't know how much time I got. I guess y'all say I'm sounding like a broken record, but I'm still, nevertheless, trying to let me get this clear out. Trying to make a video. This is still the Obama phone that I'm using, the track phone. It looks better today than it did yesterday, or so it seems. It doesn't seem to be quite as grainy. Or maybe it's just the lighting I have here. I don't know. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I'm doing okay. I'm getting a little nervous about my appointment tomorrow. And I'm a little nervous about this new Medicare thing. I think I'm going to have to change my plan. Not Medicare. What do you call the one that pays for your medication? Every year you got to change it, or either you got to upgrade it, you got to renew it, or something like that every year. But anyways, that one. And there's a couple of medications that I have that they are not covering. They say they ain't covering it this year. And so I need to talk to my doctor. And thank goodness I'm going to my doctor tomorrow so I can ask her about it. I got to make sure that I get my information down on paper, the questions that I want to ask her about this medication. I don't know what to do at this point. What in the world? That was a message, I guess, that came in on here. I don't know. I know that weather they're having over there in Jamaica, that is something. I was just listening to the weather report. And they said it was the worst that had ever hit that island. And those little houses they got there, well, the part that I was looking at, I don't know if it was Kingston, Jamaica, or what part of Jamaica it was. But anyway, those houses didn't look very sturdy. I think I would have been trying to get the heck out of there before before it hit. I think I would be trying to go up land with somewhere else beside that island. I think I would have took a boat or a ship, got on the first thing that's sailing towards the U.S. because I think they can come here. They don't need no passport or anything. I think that's what I would do. I don't know. But like they say, if it ain't for you, you ain't gonna get it. If that's your way to go, that's the way you going. That's as simple as that, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I ain't come up here to talk sadness, y'all. But I do have one little thing that was kind of sad to me about a lady that I normally watch that cooks. I was looking at Chef Jeff. I don't know if it just happened or what the situation is, but he was saying that Miss May May's kitchen is something like that. I think it May May's Happy Kitchen or something like that. And he said that she had passed away. I said, wow, I didn't know that because I do watch her from time to time, which has been a while though since I've watched her. But I still would watch her from time to time. And so that's another sad thing that I heard today. And let's not talk about Walmart and the looting. Okay. I don't think it's happening here yet. I don't know. It might be happening here. But the looting at Walmart has been going on with the robbing and the stealing. Let me turn one of these heaters off because I'm getting hot now. Um, People have been stealing from Walmart ever since I can remember. Yeah. And then, especially after they got that self-checkout, people have been taking stuff, taking the tag. I don't know. They're doing a whole lot of stuff. They've been doing the most at Walmart. And I mean, and they show all these people up there on there how they dressing at Walmart, which I had never ever seen that. I gotta admit, I never saw that at Walmart, y'all. People with the butt hanging out and stuff like that. It's getting ready to. Y'all excuse me, because I'm out of breath. I'm just moving around, and I can't button my pants because I've been eating too much. But that's it for tonight. I'm not going to eat anything. I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink from now until I go to the doctor tomorrow. And my appointment is not until 10:30, so I got plenty of time. Thank goodness for that. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about getting up 8, which I mean, I know I don't sleep anyway, so what's the difference? But at least I'll have a chance to maybe get an hour of sleep or something like that before I go. So what y'all been doing today? It's about 5:30 here, and it's getting dark already. I don't know if it's getting dark because it's gonna rain. It looks mighty dark. See that? And look at that sky over there. It's like light. I don't know if I'm pointing it right. It's like light around the edges. And the sky itself is gray. Thank goodness I took my trash out today. Let me see if I can button my pants up. This is a darn shame if I can't button my pants now. I'm telling you. But these are jeans, the ones I usually wear. Excuse me, guys. Every time I get up here, I gotta clear my throat. I gotta remember to clear my throat before I come up here. I don't know where my belt is, y'all. It's around here somewhere. I'm just putting this on so I can go out here and see what's going on. There. Woo! It was a tight squeeze. But anyway, let's go out here and see what's happening in the outside world. See, it looks like it's gonna rain. Look, it is raining. Wait a minute. I think it is. It is. See that? It's just starting though. I think it's just starting. Woo! Yeah, it's just starting now. And I didn't even know. I'm just sitting in there, and I just noticed it when I was talking up here. I thought it was getting dark because it was getting late. Because it started to get darker earlier. Then time go back this weekend, right? And I think, you know what? I think the trick-or-treaters have already been here. But are they coming again? I gotta open up, y'all. I'm telling you. And I ain't eat that much either. I didn't really eat that much. I just had a tuna fish on a hard roll. I had some graham crackers. I think about 2 slabs, the wrong slab of graham crackers. And what else? Oh, did I have coffee? No, I had water. I drank a bottle of water. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so full, because I was trying to wash out my system a little bit just before I go to the doctor. Get things a little cleaned out. So how y'all doing this afternoon? I think I asked you that already. I'm not sure. I'll tell you, I've been busy today. I really have. I took my trash out, and I can't stress that enough. I don't know where so much trash comes from. And then I look at my drawers. I'm missing things out of my drawer that I didn't realize I didn't have. I said, I got to go through this stuff because I don't want to accuse nobody of taking, stealing, unless, I've gone combed this thing through and through. And so I got those 2 drawers over there I got to go through. And I got my hat drawers, scarf drawers. I'm throwing away a lot of stuff. If I haven't worn it in like 2 years, it's got to go, y'all. It's got to go. And I still got those, I'm talking about something that's got to go, and I still got those bags of clothes that I was going to donate to, I think I'd rather take them to Salvation Army. Because Goodwill is just too expensive. Don't make no sense as far as I'm concerned. Taking it to Goodwill's and they're charging you almost as much as you paid for it in the first place. Which, I mean, I know that some of that stuff that, people, I'll say with a higher class, so to speak, may donate to Goodwill. Like their clothes might be more name brand type stuff. And some of it, and some of it is not. And I haven't been to Goodwill this year. I said, I got to go by there. They got another Goodwill not too far, from where I shop at, out there by Stop and Shop. And I said I was going to stop there since they hadn't moved. to see if they changed anything. And I don't think they take furniture anymore at all. But I know that Salvation Army does. Salvation Army, that's where I got a lot of my stuff from when I first, came out on my own. After, leaving my husband and everything, I had to get all new stuff. I had to get, because I left everything behind. I was out of there, okay? When the going gets rough and going gets tough, they don't care about things. They ain't nothing but things, y'all. That's all. Things. If you need to get, here I go again with the same old scenario. If you need to get out, forget about those things. You can, just like you got those things, you can get more things. And then, sometimes you got things, you got your money wrapped up in with somebody else, especially if you're married. You got this and you got that and all this kind of stuff. That doesn't even matter. You won't miss it. You won't miss it. Nope. What you will miss is the bickering, the arguing, the this, the fighting. You just miss that. And you have peace of mind, finally. You come home from work, it's quiet, you got peace. And it's worth every minute, believe me. It's worth more than anything that you can get. Believe me. I say some people are lucky because they got a car or something they could live in. I didn't have that. I didn't have a car. I never owned a car. Never really wanted a car because, like I said, when I got my license, first year I had an accident, second year I had another accident, and I said, well, okay, this ain't for me. And so we was in New Jersey at the time when I had the last accident, in Connecticut when I had the first accident. Then we moved back to Connecticut, and I had New Jersey license, and I never really, got them renewed. Which, I mean, driving is a convenience. It's a convenience. Yeah. But like I said, I did have the drinking problem, the beer and getting high and all that kind of stuff. And so I really didn't want to because I was probably afraid that I would try to drive somewhere, drunk driving or intoxicated. One down in New Jersey, things are a lot different when you take that driver's test. And I thought that, just because I had passed the one and already had a Connecticut license, oh, I don't have to read the book. I know it all already because I got my license in Connecticut. So, down in New Jersey, bump, bump. I flunked it the first time, y'all. I said, oh, shoot, let me go home and read the book. And I read the book. And believe me, that thing's a whole lot different than the ones that, up here, to qualify for a driver's license. And they said, I think, speaking of drinking, this is why I'm bringing this up. I think they said in one drink, you're impaired. And that's true. You can feel one drink. Yeah. All of a sudden you feel more relaxed after you drink one, and then you drink another one, you feel even better. Wow. And then the first thing you know, but you think that you're able to do these things, but you're not. You're impaired. That's as simple as that. Do not get behind the wheel, even if you've had one drink. Do not get behind that wheel and think that you good. No, you're not. Because this ain't like it, your norm. It's not your norm. Yeah, because that's not the way you are. When you drink, that's a different person altogether. Yeah, sometimes when you drink, you look different, you act different, you talk different, you might even walk different. It's a whole change. So that's why, a lot of times people get argumentative when they drink. The whole personality changes. It's like split personality, two different people. But yet you're the same person. You wake up next morning, oh my God, got a hangover, don't feel good, I don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Why put yourself through that misery? And I understand. I can understand how a person can become addicted. Like not just alcohol, but to drugs as well. I can get it. because that feeling, that I don't know what you would call it, a feeling of euphoria or utopia, whatever they call it. I never did drugs. Let me throw that out there. Don't do drugs. I did try marijuana one time and I didn't like it. Made me sleepy. And I didn't want to go to sleep. I want to stay up and hang. Oh, yeah. But I can get it, because it changes your whole personality. You change. You'll still, they say when you drink, well, alcohol is not quite as bad. I don't think you do the things while you're drinking alcohol, not as bad as you do when you're hooked on drugs because you'll start stealing. You'll steal from your mama. You just do a lot of things. You sell your body just for that fix, you know. So I think it's a different, according to what I hear. I don't know, again, to tell you, for a fact, because I don't know. But I've known this is what happens, people want that fix. And I did know one person that was hooked on drugs real bad. And I could actually hear this person when they were going through withdrawal. It is so sad. And, I didn't actually see him, but I heard that, your nose is running, you're sweating, you're screaming out in pain, you're in pure agony when you are trying to withdraw from that, drug. So if I were you, y'all, I wouldn't mess with it. Like they say, you never miss nothing you never had. Mm-mm. I wouldn't start. Just because my friends are doing it, I wouldn't do it. And don't let anyone coax you into doing it. Drinking or smoking. All of them are bad. Everything is bad. Keep a clean head. Keep your body clean. Keep your health clean. And cigarette smoking, I already told you about that too. That's just as bad. That's who I'm going to see tomorrow. I'm going to see my pulmonary doctor because I have the emphysema from smoking cigarettes. Yes, so I'm going to see how, I guess it's, just to see how bad it's getting, I guess. But if you don't start. I mean, if you don't smoke or drink or whatever, don't start. It's not a pretty sight anyway. It's really not pretty. You feel good at first, but you think you feel good and you feel like you can happy, you can boogaloo. You can let yourself go. And especially if you're a shy person, I was sort of like an introvert, which I still am. Believe it or not, I am. I'm an introvert. And I didn't really meet people well. I didn't make friends well. People didn't, I don't know. I don't know if they didn't like me or what the situation. That's what I always say, that people just didn't like me. So I sort of stayed away, to myself a little bit. So I didn't have that many friends. But when I was drinking, I was friendly. I was very friendly. Yes, I was. Ha ha hee hee. Let the good times roll. Y'all heard that song. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. You heard it. That's what it was. Let good times roll. But you can get yourself in some very bad situations when you're carrying on like that. Because sometimes it's as if you don't give a D-A-M-N. I think that's D-A-M-N. You don't care. And that's bad when you don't care, y'all. Trust me. Take it from one who knows. This is terrible. And I ain't up here preaching today, y'all. I'm going to get the dishes out the sink. And then I'm going to go in the bedroom, lay down, and just relax. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the hay early. If I go to sleep, I don't think I'm going to go to sleep, though. I'm just going to lay down and just relax because I have been sort of busy today. Busier than usual, should I say. Yeah. So I'm just going to relax for the rest of the evening. And got me some water. I don't know what possessed me to buy these little tiny waters. I drank one of those. I just guzzled. That's the end of that, sir. But I think when I went shopping the last time, because I already had water at home, and I said, and I was on my scooter, and I was loaded down already. When I'm loaded down already on my scooter, I want to, even though the capacity of my scooter is 350 pounds, that is, that is capable of holding. But you got to take myself, and then there's another 100 pound I can add on to it. And so I didn't have the space on my floorboard for the big, the one I usually get. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna get these. Being that I already had some at home, I'll just get these, and that way I won't run out and then gotta rush right on back out to the store. And so I bought a pack of these. I think it's a pack of 24. I said, you think I just opened it today though, so hopefully they last me for the next 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna make it last because I ain't going to the store unless it's nice. If it's nice, it'll be a go out and get out for a while. Let's see what's happening out here, y'all. I thought it was raining, but it's not. It's just getting dark. It ain't raining. I was sort of hopeful. I don't know what happened there. I guess it got behind that black curtain, y'all. And on that note, I go with love, and I'll see you when I get my boots on the ground. Yes, I will. See you again soon.